and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, May 3rd, the 21st day of Iyar. Okay, I always have fun with this halacha once a year, and that is when Shavuos is approaching. I like to remind everyone that Shavuos is not the holiday of cheesecake. Okay, yes, it is true that there is a custom to eat dairy on Shavuos. That's why people went wild and started getting all interested in cheesecake and all dairy foods, but it's not really like it's a command. I think you knew that, but I just love to stress it because people make such a big deal out of cheesecakes on Shavuos. And I'd like to learn inside with you where the custom came from to eat dairy. It's in a Mishnah Berurah, and that eventually led to people getting all excited about cheesecake for Shavuos. So let's learn the Mishnah Berurah together. Here it is. Ma'achalei chalav. Foods that are dairy on Shavuos. Vani shamati od b'shem gadol echad she'amar tam. I heard in the name of a gadol, says the Mishnah Berurah, tam nachon, a good reason lazeh. Ki be'esh amdu al Har Sinai. At the time that they stood on Har Sinai, v'kiblu haTorah, and accepted the Torah, because when they got the 10 Commandments at Har Sinai, that's when all the parts of Torah were revealed to them. As Rav Sadia Gaon says, the entire Torah is kind of encapsulated in the Aseret Hadibros. V'yardim min hahar, they came down from the Har Leveisam to their houses. Lo matzu ma'alechal tekef. They didn't find anything to eat right away. Ki ma'achalei chalav, only dairy foods. Ki labasar, because in order to eat meat, they had just learned at Har Sinai, tzarech hachana rabo, you need a lot of preparation. Lishchot, you have to do the slaughter besakin baduk, with a knife that's all searched, carefully, examined. Kasher tziva Hashem, as Hashem commanded. Ulanaker chutei ha-chela v'hadam, you have to get out the special fats and the blood, ulahadiach, and to rinse it, v'limloach, and to salt it, ulavashel bekelim chadashim, and also to cook it in new vessels, ki akelim shahoy lahem mikodem, because the vessels that they had from before that, shabishlo bohem ba'oso me'es la'es, that they cooked in them in that last 24-hour period, nasru lahem, they became prohibited to them, because they had been cooked in non-perfect ways, non-kosher ways, the way they had been cooking before they got the Torah that day on Shavuos. Therefore, for a little while, right there on Shavuos, they had to choose dairy foods. And we do the same to remind ourselves of that. So the Mishnah Berurah is saying to us that we are doing our dairy foods on Shavuos to remind us that the Jews on their first year, just when they got the Torah, were also forced to eat dairy foods. So we remember that by eating some dairy foods. And that's why cheesecake became popular. But you know why I'm saying it? Because some people just say Shavuos cheesecake, and my gosh, there's a lot more to Shavuos than cheesecake. So we learned the Mishnah Berurah. We know what dairy foods come from on Shavuos, and now you know the rest of the story. And people love cheesecake, so it's one of their favorite dairy foods. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.